That's an interesting question. When I left Procter and Gamble when I was 52 years old, you still have a way to go in your life, and either I could go back to a big company and try to work something out, and P&G also offered me to go, instead of Cincinnati, to go to Geneva and play a more European role, but I prefer to develop my skills and develop my own company. And so I started to develop from the knowledge I had developed in all these years at Procter & Gamble to create my own product. And I was lucky to find a big customer as a consultant, Emnos, in München. They are big data. They do Carrefour in France and Spain, Target in the US, Walgreens, to bring a shopper marketing dimension as an advisor. And with them I had the occasion to work with Brian Harris, the inventor of category management in North America, to develop a whole new structure for building category management and shopper marketing. So that allowed us to write a book, The Consumer Shopper Journey. Yeah. And from that angle I found my route to a new product that I brought to market, that I developed. Then a couple of years later I created Shopting, because these people were part of these projects to look at that book, give input to it, and they believed in it. So immediately I got an international response for partners in doing this. And that led me to Shopting, and that was actually a great success. Shopting, holds the solution for the implementation of the consumer shopper journey. It's about linking the consumer, who she is, who he is, with his attitudes and values, and linking that to how they choose products as a consumer, become a shopper, and then where they choose to purchase the product, online or in a store, what the expected experience is there and how they evaluate that experience. And all these insights, how it leads to detecting opportunities for growth, white spaces in marketing, and how one can deliver growth from that in a new way. As in the last 20 years, manufacturers have focused completely on the shopper, where today retailers with all their data on loyalty cards have much more, and the opportunity for bringing the consumer is actually what Shopting is all about, and bringing that in a holistic structure, end-to-end, for marketing, up to sales, up to the retailer and the execution. Yeah. That's what Shopting is all about. Life is always about the least easy choice to go forward, and I think me myself, coming from a company like Procter & Gamble, who, as I said, just concentrated a lot on the shopper while their core business is understanding the consumer, I found that there was an opportunity to connect that better. And when I saw the work that Ludovic is doing on sensory, for example, is diving deep into the consumer's DNA, on how they make choices on products. And I thought this was a really add-on, and bringing to him my shopper intelligence, and he bringing the consumer intelligence on different levels, leads to what he calls a symphony for growth, which I really love. And I think that's the core of the success. We bring close to more than 30 years of fast-moving consumer good experience in that insight, which allows continuous improvement from a very good basis. And I think this is what our customers like. We are more strategic advisors in a sense than the typical category management consultants, and that makes that we hardly have competition. That's when we deal with management at all levels, actually, they are still, because of the success or the little success they still have, they sit on golden eggs, and it's difficult for them to bring change. While we are in front of a disruption in the coming years, Generation X, baby boomers, still growing but then declining slowly, and after that we have the millennials and post-millennials, and the World Bank just made a study. It's going to be a $30 billion buying power gap by 2030. So I think that this is something that is not enough realized in management, the old school. For this, a new marketing strategy is required. How to build your brand, how to make sure that your brand is ready to tackle the future with the new generations to come. And I think this is what we bring, but we're not always believed, because they sit on golden eggs, things are still going well, and marketing, that's a second important element, is enormously getting developed at retail, You know, the shift of buying power to marketing is growing, is not realized enough by the manufacturers. And you know, it connects very much, marketing connects very much with shareholder value. And it is too much connected with the new waves of digital, giving it in the hands of agencies. So these are the key roadblocks, old box thinking. And you know, going with the trends of digital without realizing how strategic it is, how it's connected with the finances, and how we have to engage into the future in a different way to face the disruptions that are coming. And we don't see enough power in the markets to realize that change.